that's going to be the tool to help you align all of the teams around you to create the content that's going to help move those business objectives forward. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. My name is Mark Pasternak, and I am the CEO and founder of MP Pro. Our mission at MP Pro and the mission of this channel is to make video easy, because we've been doing this for over a decade and have just run into so many situations where video is overwhelming, where video doesn't get implemented right because it's too complicated or there's too many steps to it. So our whole mission here is to make video easy. That's what we do. That's what our superpower is, and that's what we're great at. So if you're new to this channel, we talk about everything from DIY video to user-generated content to how to hire a production company and what that looks like, all the way up to building an internal video team for your business. So today, we're answering a really good question. A really good question that almost people don't want to ask, or don't really talk about, or don't want to really face because it's very difficult. And that is, how do we align our team or different departments on creating the right video content? Because everyone has different opinions. This department wants this. That department wants that. We want this as marketing, but the C-suite wants that. So it can be very confusing, okay? And I want you to know that you're not alone. Actually, the majority of companies face this problem of having a hard time aligning on the messaging and aligning on really what is the content that's valuable to the business, right? And so, as you know on this channel, I'm all about giving you practical tips that you can implement today, right now, or after this video. So the one thing, I mean, there's multiple I'm going to go into, but the one thing today, the one thing here right now that you can implement is go back to your team leaders, okay? Go back to the decision makers and ask them, what are the strategic objectives of the business? It's a hard question because sometimes they know them, sometimes they don't. But if you can get really clear on what the strategic objectives are in the business, that is your number one first thing to do, because that's going to help you. That's going to be the tool to help you align all of the teams around you to create the content that's going to help move those business objectives forward, that's going to help achieve the goals and the mission of the business. Because we're all human, right? We all have ego. We all have desires. We all have preferences. We all have things we like, all things that we don't like. I like hats. I like ultramarathon running. I like ukuleles. Not everybody likes that. And that's okay. They don't need to like that. That's not a necessity. But when you're part of an organization and you can get really clear on what those organizational strategic goals are, now you can bring all the departments together and you can simply say, the strategic goals of this organization, this company, are X, Y, and Z. So when we're thinking about creating video content, whether that's external or internal, you can always relate it back to those strategic business goals and initiatives that they want to achieve. Because now it's no longer about ego. It's no longer about personal preference. It's no longer about he said, she said, this opinion, that opinion. It's truly about understanding what the objectives are for the business and then creating content that supports those objectives. Because here's the thing. I know this is all business talk, right? And you're like, you're just a video guy. Sure. We create video communication strategy. And part of that is truly understanding the business side of things. Because once you can understand the business objectives, right? And once you can get all the people, all the different departments in the same room and get everybody aligned on those business objectives, that's when the creativity begins. That's when your team can work together, or your team can pull in outside resources or vendors and really start getting creative. Really start bringing all of these amazing ideas to the table. Really starting to whiteboard ideas. Because you know all these ideas are leading up to the objectives of the business. So no longer is it, well, I feel this way, he feels that way, she feels that way. It's, oh, no. This is the goal and the objective of the business. So within these boundaries, we're going to be extremely creative. But we're in line with the business objectives. And so I guess I just challenge you to think about that, because it's hard. Because I can tell you, I've worked with a lot of businesses, thousands of businesses over the last decade. And surprisingly, not all businesses are very clear on their business objectives. And not all marketing departments are clear on how to tie their content creation to those business objectives. And for us at MP Pro, that is number one for us. And if our clients don't have them, we help guide them. And we help create some metrics so that there's accountability, so that there's an understanding, and just a clear distinction between, are we helping you move from where you are to where you want to be? And so if you're in charge of video content, or you're creating video content, right? Or you're hiring somebody else. So if you're the one in charge of video content, right? Or you're creating it, or maybe you're hiring somebody else, and you're really overwhelmed because there's so many opinions in your organization. There's so many outside opinions on what you should do, how you can make it. I would first and foremost go back to, what are the business objectives? And then how is that video accomplishing those? And I know I talk about it all the time, but it's the audience. How are you creating a video that is relatable and that connects with the ideal audience that you have? So let me know. Have you done that before? Have you thought about and used the business objectives to align multiple departments and multiple teams? Because I know it doesn't always work. It works a lot in our case as consultants, but I would love to have that discussion. But your thoughts in the comments. And also, if you're in the place that you're like, man, this is great, but I haven't even started video and I just don't even know where to start, we've got a free guide down there that is in the description. It's 3 simple ways. 3 simple ways to start amazing videos by using your phone. Okay? So go down there, download it. It's actually very impactful and amazing, and it's going to give you a lot of perspective. And it's going to help you so much. Even if you don't want to do it yourself, you're going to have so much knowledge on hiring an outside team or building an internal team in your business. So check that out. Comment below, like this video, give me a subscribe if I somewhat inspire you, and we'll talk to you next week.